Express your feelings, and they'll see it as a weakness. Kill yourself, and everyone will wonder why you didn't ask for help. The reason why most people don't ask for help is because people don't normally show a genuine concern for others. We have created this ideology that each individual person is more important than the next. And that is a problem for people with depression because people with depression tend to care more about others than they care about themselves. Now, I'm going to preface this video by saying I am not a licensed professional. In fact, I struggle with depression pretty much my entire life. But I have found a way to live with it. Some people, it may destroy them more than others. Now, I can sit here all day and give you guys advice to do this, to do that. I can make it a 15 tip video. But realistically, the most important thing when dealing with depression is complete self-awareness. If you struggle with depression, you're probably thinking, what? Of course I'm aware that I'm depressed. That's not what I mean when I say self-awareness. It's not whether or not you're aware that you're depressed, as to why you're depressed. It could be more than just, I lost my job, I lost my significant other, I had a bad childhood. When someone deals with depression, it's more than just what and why. The depression stems from an internal battle. When I say you can beat it, and I'm telling you to beat it without medication, without seeing someone, without having to talk to somebody, although that may be hard, and I'm telling you, it's going to be very hard. And I don't want anyone to think that if they fail today, that doesn't mean that they can't try again tomorrow. There's always going to be ups and downs. You need to take those moments when you're up, treasure them. Realize that although they're rare now, they will not be rare in the future. If you can focus on creating this idea in your mind, the past is over and the future doesn't exist, you can live in the moment. You can create a world where you don't think about everything that happened prior to the day. You don't stress about your actions from today and the impact they'll have on the future. If you're dealing with depression, you might be thinking, well, I might have this, I might have that, but other people have it better. That's the problem with people with depression. We focus more on everyone else and less on ourselves. Although the grass may be greener on the other side, it's usually inside the house, and metaphorically speaking, inside the closet where skeletons are hidden. Everyone in the universe portrays the same image. This happy, my life is great, I'm successful image that they put out into the universe. But in reality, everyone has internal struggle. Now, how to beat your personal internal struggles is a conversation you need to have with yourself. Step one would probably be identifying the very specific problem you're having. Step two would be coming up with a plan. I'm not saying never seek help or never take medication. I'm saying try to beat it first without either of those. Now, in the long run, if you can't find the strength to do it, that's fine. So seek the help and take the help when you can. But I think it's possible for us to beat it without the medication, without the help, without all the side effects. And I feel like I've been doing it for a long time. Now, I'm not saying that my method is 100% foolproof or any clickbaity terms, because sometimes I don't beat it. Some days are worse than others. It's the longevity of the good days that are important. It's how long I can go before it happens again. And I think sooner or later, the longevity of the happiness will be long enough where I don't remember the bad time. And there's a lot of things that I've created in my mind that helps me kind of put this into fruition. It's this idea that your entire life is malleable. There's things in your life that, although at times may seem out of your control or overwhelming, There is something about free will that is taken for granted. Although right now you may feel weak, you may feel small, but you are important, you are strong, and you just need the right kind of push. That's what I felt like I needed. I've always felt like I needed someone there to push me. But what's wrong with pushing yourself? Push ourselves to get up, push ourselves to conquer the day, push ourselves to achieve whatever it is that we're setting ourselves out to do. Once you come to the realization that everything in your life can be changed, if you have a bad significant other who degrades you, makes you feel bad, you don't have to be with them. At any point in time, you can leave. I know at times it sounds harder than it really is. Like you start to overwhelm yourself and you start to think that I need money, I need this, I need that. That's your mind creating excuses as to why you're not doing it now. You always say tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow is a relative term. It's never tomorrow. Every day you wake up, it's today. Yesterday doesn't matter because every day you wake up, it's still today. So yesterday doesn't exist and tomorrow doesn't exist. We only have today. And every day we wake up, it's going to be today. The same day over and over. Don't waste time thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't waste time worrying about what other people are going to say, what other people are going to think. At the end of the day, the only person that truly matters in your entire life is you. And although that may sound selfish, somebody who suffers with depression might not be able to use this in the way that it is meant to be used. I'm not telling you to completely disregard other people in your life, but it is not our job as people that struggle with depression. It isn't our job to teach others how to deal with us. It isn't our job to make sure they're okay and comfortable with our depression. If they are not comfortable with accepting us for who we are or trying to be there for us, why should we try to teach them? If you feel like you're a burden on someone and you haven't had that discussion with that person, I highly encourage you to at least try. Communicate with that person. Inform them that you feel as though you're dragging them down or you feel like you're a burden. And you might be surprised. A lot of times we create this own image in our mind that our depression is not only affecting us, but it's affecting everyone around us. And although in some cases it's true. Personally, I know my depression sometimes affects how I interact with others. Sometimes people will always look at me and say, "You seem down. You seem down. What's wrong? You're not happy today." And although like you want to impersonate this joy, this happiness to just satisfy everyone around you, it isn't really healthy. We need to continue to assess our lives and make the necessary changes to bring our happiness. If you do not like your job, spend more time today than you did yesterday on finding a different job. If you're unhappy with your appearance, try to do something about it. Whether it's working out, just do anything to boost your own confidence. Stay off of social media. Social media is poison, and it is the torture of the society that we unfortunately have to bear witness to. People use social media as a way to show off or to flex or try and make other people aware of their personal success and try to draw attention to what they're doing. Because people who don't struggle with depression have a tendency to create a universe that surrounds them. And that's something we can't do because we're too focused on our impact on everyone else. Often in our minds, we're constantly battling this thought that Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this person doesn't like me being around. This person doesn't want me because I'm not enough. When you start getting rid of people who don't appreciate you for who you are, you start to connect and realize the people around you that do. People around you that support you, people around you that believe in you. There's going to be times where you're going to feel like nobody believes in you, nobody's looking for you, and nobody cares. And that's because they're all caught up in their own life. And that's okay. We need to prioritize ourselves over everyone else. Now, I didn't want to make this video too long. Depression is a topic I can talk quite a bit about. And some of us might not have the strength to immediately start making changes in our life, cutting people out, changing jobs, pursuing new passions. But as long as you take one step every day to do something that improves your mind state, then you're taking one step every day in the right direction. You feel like you need more than just your own strength. Speak to a professional. You can meet doctors online, probably a lot easier than actually going to a doctor's office and all that kind of stuff. You can make appointments. I suggest anyone do that. And if you're having any sort of suicidal thoughts or anything, I suggest you call the line. Finding a passion that can help you cope with it will take you a long way. For me, it was writing. I started writing rants, memoirs, or thoughts and expounding on the battle in my mind. Then it blossomed into writing poetry and creating a work of art that other people can read and relate to. I just hope everyone finds happiness. Hope you all can find joy. And sooner or later in your life, you can spread that your experience with